Hello, and welcome to Three-Dimensional Babble, where we talk about books, TV, movies, anything else that strikes your fancy. I'll be your host, Michael Schoenhoff. Let's get started. In this episode, I want to cover what this podcast is all about. My name is Michael Schoenhoff, and welcome to Three-Dimensional Babble, Episode 1. So this will be my first attempt to do a podcast. I've done YouTube videos in the past, and they haven't really worked out. But regardless, I decided to start doing podcasts because I really want to talk about a lot of different things. I really started this series because I enjoy many mediums of entertainment, as a lot of you do as well. In this podcast, we were focusing on reviews of movies, talking about book series, and talking about all things video games. The main reason I'm doing this is because I'm a huge movie buff. I read a lot, which I know is kind of a dead medium these days, but maybe some people will listen to it just for the sheer entertainment factor, if nothing else. And I also have a bachelor's degree in 3D animation, so I have a lot of deep insight into the world of video games. I have a lot of background knowledge. So I thought it'd be cool to talk about that. And I'll also, if you guys are interested, I might also start a tutorial series. Maybe once we get the ball rolling. But until then, I'll talk about games that I've played, games that I want to play, or just general discussion about theories and what to expect. So every week we will focus on these three things with maybe some guests every once in a while. Once we get the ball rolling. We'll also have days where we just sit down and talk about random events that I think are relevant, and the reason I say that is because it's something I'm also interested in. I have a lot of deep interest in politics, sports, not really, but mainly just TV shows and shit like that. So I think it'd be fun, and also I don't want to go a couple days without, I don't want to keep going without a podcast for you guys to listen to, because I feel like a stream of entertainment is what's really necessary to captivate your audience. This is hopefully going to be a lot more successful than my YouTube channel, which, if you want to check out, was a very short-lived gaming series, which I felt really stunted my talents. I have a lot of insight into the world of media, and so I know what I'm talking about. And I feel like talking to you guys is really what I want to do, instead of just sitting down, playing games, and hoping you guys are watching. So, since this is an introduction, I will go over what the episodes are going to be in the upcoming week. Maybe we will do this as our jump start each week, just to fill you in on what's coming. You can let me know if you... I don't actually know if there's comment sections on this. But yeah, there is. Definitely. Right? Anyway, so we're going to start off the week with movies. Movie Monday, simple enough. I do definitely watch a lot of movies. Maybe I'll start watching more just to start making sure that I have something to talk about each week. And if there are new movies out, I'll definitely go out and look up some past movies and talk about those. It's not necessarily just going to be reviews. It's just going to talk about the movie in general. Talk about what we liked and what we didn't like. So, that'll start off our week. Then, Tuesday, probably just some random rant, if, whatever. Wednesday, we're going to talk about our books, because I'm really into a lot of different books. I love reading. I've recently gotten to Audible, which I didn't think was going to be really good, but I enjoy it, actually. There's a lot of entertaining books on there, and it's really nice to just be able to sit down and... Oh, by the way, this is not some sort of sponsor. Obviously, I've just started. Anyway. But it is really nice to just walk to work and definitely just listen to one of my favorite books. Right now I'm listening, I guess. I've read half the series. I'm reading The Legend of Drizzt, which is a fantastic book if you guys are into the fantasy realm. It follows a dark elf from the city of Menzoberranzan. I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever. Regardless, the city of the dark elves, which is really awesome. It's a really great book. The fight scenes are particularly great. R.A. Salvatore is a fantastic author. But I've also read things like the Aragon series, which is pretty nice. I've read Unfortunately, I've read the Twilight series. We'll do a couple video, or maybe a podcast on that, just to get it out of the way. I'm sure some people want to listen to it. But, all in all, I don't think they were that bad. We'll get to that whenever we get to it, regardless. Then we'll end the week on a Friday talking about video games, and we're really going to focus on, like, the interworkings of video games, like the textures and the models and, that stuff. I'm a really big sucker for stories, which is why I love reading and movies. So it's really interesting to talk about, like, where the story goes and, like, the writing and shit like that. It's really fun. I have a lot of friends that are into a lot of different things, so we might have some guests every once in a while. My fiance actually is currently working for a game studio herself, and she's an environment artist, which is awesome because I'm myself am a character artist, and so it really provides more insight into a different realm of each thing, So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys tune in to listen every week. This is probably going to be a relatively short podcast since it's something that I just started doing. I really just want you to let you know who I am as a person, and we'll start. So I was a student at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. I went to school for 3.5 years. I have a bachelor's in media arts and animation. With a focus on 3D character art. I just love the way characters look. Like I said, I'm a sucker for story, so I love the way the character, like, you can come up with a backstory, and you really just, like, model the character based on what you really think, like, what you think they would be, You get to invent in a whole new life, and then when you get to animating, it's so nice to see something that you've created come to life. It's brilliant. Regardless. I've always been into reading since I was a young child. Reading is one of my passions. I haven't done it in the last few years as much as I'd like to. I used to read almost every day. I've read several series, which we will definitely talk about all of them. I've read almost the entire Harry Potter series. I didn't finish it because that was towards once I started getting towards the end of the books, that's when I stopped reading so often and started focusing on my art. But I have read most of it, and I've seen all of the movies, which will definitely be a good tie-in to talk about, like, the books versus the movies, and I'll do my research on that as well. Regardless, so I've read the Harry Potter series. I've read the Aragon series. I'm currently reading an 18-book series called The Legend of Drizzt. I've read the Twilight Saga. Oh God. I've read some more obscure books, which we'll talk about. And what I definitely want to get out of this podcast is I myself want to start indulging in more of these mediums, and definitely, like, use this as sort of a pick me up, and use this as sort of a way of me getting into these mediums once again, because I've really, like I said, I've really fallen off in the past, and it's kind of disheartening. So what I want this to do is to encourage me to start doing more things, so that way I have more content to talk to you guys about. But I definitely have enough content just right off the bat to start talking for at least a few months, which would be nice. Because after that, I can start reading some more new books. I definitely have some lying around that I haven't read, which is going to be fantastic for me. But let me know what you guys think about this, and I hope people start really listening to it. And I really just want to talk, and I really want to get my ideas out there and talk to people about what I'm interested in, because there's not enough people that sit down and listen these days. It'd be nice to be, even if I'm just background noise to whatever you're doing, like cleaning or beating your cat for some reason because you're a psychopath. You're not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But, you get the idea. Even if I'm just background noise, it's nice to know somebody's listening. Somebody's really enjoying the same things that I enjoy. Because I definitely have friends that enjoy the same things, but they're busy. They have things to do. I'm not going to sit there and talk to them for an hour about what I want to talk about. it's kind of a, conversational thing. So it's really nice to just sit here and talk to you guys and just have you guys listen and never talk back, because I hate when people talk to me. That was a joke. Anyway, so I really hope you guys enjoy this, and we will see you on, today's Friday, so we will see you on Monday to talk about our first movie, which the last movie I just saw was Dragon Ball Z, Resurrection of F, actually, which was a fantastic movie, and I know a lot of people are really into Dragon Ball Z, so hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys. Peace out!